Oh, how you doing? Um, we're gonna talk about something, and as you know, besides me being black and also mixed with white and American, we, white, which is French and English, I'm trying to say, I'm also mixed with the American. Okay, now I'm a family tree, and I'm not a reservation name mixed blood Native American. I'm a city Native American who was assimilated. You know what I'm saying? Um, so just to let you know, today is Thanksgiving. And I'm gonna say happy Thanksgiving, not to what it happened on Thanksgiving, but the meaning is in thanking God and wishing blessings to y'all. But I'm having mixed feelings about celebrating Thanksgiving, and the reason why. I grew up and we ate Thanksgiving, and it was not about, of course, in my predominantly white school, that later became predominantly Latino school. We talk about Thanksgiving, the Pilgrims, and it's one thing I hated the fact that one of the dudes stole. I had to be a pilgrim than an Indian. You know what I'm saying? And they American. Let me explain why. Back in fourth grade, I was growing pride of me and being black and Indian. I didn't know too much about white books until my family later on told me. And I never forget. I kept saying I want to be the Indian. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the pilgrim, and I left on to be this blonde, blue-eyed pilgrim. No, not put actually, but just I think it was a costume, something like that. Because everybody choose a costume would represent Thanksgiving. Because I never knew it. So I know every time we had Thanksgiving was turkey, and I don't like cranberry sauce. It makes me sick. I used to be allergic to it, and dressing. And you know what I'm saying, potato salad, soul food, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know what I'm saying, rolls, all that. That's what reminded me of Thanksgiving. But as we start to, they never told us, and which is the predominant white school that I went to, that they don't became predominantly Latino, okay? All my school districts, all the schools I went to growing up was predominantly, they don't come predominantly Latino later on after the white folks had left. They still control the city. But during that time, the late 80s, the Latino population was growing, and we still had a lot of white Anglo stuff, okay? I'm mixed with Anglo. I did not know about it, but still, you couldn't relate to it, they talk about Black history and Hispanic history and stuff like that. Black History Month, I don't know, Hispanic Heritage. They didn't talk about Hispanic Heritage Month, they talked about Cinco de Mayo. Later on, I learned Hispanic Heritage Month was in September and October. So what happened was we talked about, the pilgrims and the white pilgrims and the Indians, as they called them before they was Native American, PC language, came together, and I said, I'm a black Indian. I want to be the Indian. I don't want to be, I'm serious. I'm serious. I was like, I don't want to be the pilgrim. And then later on, as I started to grow up in the 90s, when the multiracial cultural stuff started to come into the media and stuff, I heard talk that the Indians, the Americans, were invited to the Pilgrims to come together, that they murdered them. And I remember watching Moesha with Brandy, and I remember Miles, her brother, mentioning that, and he kept telling Sherry Lee Ralph, his stepmother, there was Brandy's, Moesha playing, she played Brandy. Brandy played Moesha, okay? And they kept trying to solace him from mentioning it in the sitcom. And I wasn't thinking, but it itched my head sometimes. And, and so later on, I started to go, I'm on my Facebook, on my, because I'm aspire singer and model. On my public Facebook account, I like a lot of Native American stuff. And so a lot of them are mentioning that there's a debate between the two. Whether you celebrate Thanksgiving or do you do not celebrate? And some do not celebrate Thanksgiving. It's called the day of mourning. And I just baked the turkey, okay? Today, what I'm saying? Because Thanksgiving does not remind me of murder. It reminds me of the holiday of family get together. And I can go visit my family because I know there's drama in my family, so I don't want, no. You know what I mean? I'm not going, no. I have friends, neighbors, they want to eat some turkey, and they already ate the red velvet cake already before Thanksgiving. Well, no, I had a little bit of it this morning. I gave some to my neighbor who just had a birthday yesterday. So I'm starting to see that, and I don't want to offend my Native American ancestors because I'm mixed with Native American. But the same thing. It's like this week is so quick, because we have the boycott, people boycotting Black Friday because the police shooting. Many people in the African American community are boycotting the holiday season, and that's, I'm like, dang, what, what I'm saying. So, I'm not trying to, under the corporation. I'm reading revised shows. He did mention that the corporation, that's what the money goes to, the police force, and how they mistreat us minorities, people of color, people black, and the Native American and Hispanic people, and maybe Asian later on, mixed whatever. But I start to say, well, what, what I'm saying, what I do, because, let me explain why. And there's another video about the boycotting thing, but it's like this week is quickie, and I also work at a department store, so what I'm saying, so it's like, dang. So yes, I do work at a department store, and all the drama I'm talking about other videos, there, okay. So I gotta go back to work tomorrow at 9 in the morning, and I think the store had already opened up right now, so for the season. So that's the reason why that I'm kind of, do I should I celebrate? Because I'm not something please, I'm mixed with black, white, and the white part means French and English, and yes, the Pilgrims for English, okay, and the American. And I don't want to offend my Native American ancestors for celebrating. It's the same thing that I had to debate with somebody about celebrating Independence Day, and I know Fair Douglas, who was part Native American and black and white, okay, just like me, okay. That's his heritage was. And his father was white, his mother was a slave who was mixed with black and Native American, African American, Native American, and he did not like celebrating Independence Day. But I always remind people that the person who fought in Independence Day in the Revolutionary War was a black Native American man who was mixed, Crispin Attucks. He's one of my role models. I would love to play him in the movie. His mother was Native American, father was African American slave, and he fought. He was the first one that got killed in the Revolutionary War for this country. So I understand the white man sold the country, yeah, but look where it's now. It's very mixed. The people who say they're pure white, or they are the minority, you know what I'm saying? So, and we have soldiers dying of all colors, so, what I'm saying, all different races and genders fighting in it, orientation, all the other stuff, religions too, fighting for our country, you know what I'm saying? So I don't celebrate Independence Day for slavery or genocide of the Americans. I don't do that. Slavery against both the Africans and the Americans enslaved too, Africans and Native Americans being enslaved here, or genocide or racism. I celebrate Independence Day because I'm American. It took for a black Indian, an Afro-Native American to Afro-Native to fight in that war and be the first one killed in that war. So when it comes to Thanksgiving, I'm not trying to be an apple. And the apples like Oreo, red, and outside, what I'm saying, which I am mixed with black, white, Native American. I guess I'm an apple Oreo. It's just in a technical racial sense, but in I'm not trying to be the partial Native American Uncle Ruckus or something, but whatever you want to call people who y'all know what I'm talking about. But the idea of Thanksgiving, not the genocide and all that other stuff. The idea was to give thanks to God for everything that we have. I'm thankful for my job, unfortunately, but at least some money coming in. I'm thankful for this apartment. I'm living in the ghetto, and I wasn't raised in the ghetto. I'm thankful that I got cable. Okay, I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for the food that's in my, besides the turkey at me, but the food I got, so I won't be starving to death, I'm thankful for a lot of things that I never imagined me having, you know what I'm saying? Because, people told me I would never make it growing up, my parents, but I'm not visiting them. I would text them later on tonight before I go to sleep, but I'm not visiting them on no Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? It's just that they part of the problem, not all my family, but some of my family, the major ones in my family are part of the problem, but I'm in this bad situation right now. So that's the reason why that I don't go visit them, and I don't want to talk to them. Besides, the be treating, thank you. You heard on my bills talk about that, right? So I don't want them. They invited me on that day. We'll celebrate us coming together and be thankful to God we got our health and all that stuff. But you're gonna commit sin against me and mistreat me because you have a title that you're entitled to do anything you want to. That's another story. But anyway, the point is, That's what I celebrate Thanksgiving for. And no, I do not celebrate Thanksgiving for the genocide and atrocity and everything else that happened to my Native American people. You know, that my white people did to them, and later on did to my African ancestors later on. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just, you know, I can speak because I'm all three. You know what I'm saying? So, that really, you know, really questions, you know, because I didn't, you know, I wasn't thinking, you know, not every year. Last year I baked the turkey for Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I baked the turkey. I didn't get a chance to bake turkey in 2013. I ate tacos that day. I didn't know how to cook, but I learned how to cook later on, thanks to YouTube. Thank God, and thanks to YouTube. You know, God showed me to YouTube, okay? You know, how to cook a turkey. So, you know, my turkey came out good. You know what I'm saying? I might post it on Instagram, whatever. But to those in the American community, there's a lot of us who are mixed blood, should I say, and those who are pure breed, or say they're pure if there is such thing, who celebrate Thanksgiving. It's not because we're trying to celebrate the atrocity and the abuse and mistreatment of our Native American people. It's the idea of coming together for family, or be thankful to God that we have a lot of things. You know, so I wish that, you know, understand that that's not, because I'm also going to ask you a question. They also have Native American, not Native American, they have Canadian Thanksgiving in October. So what do you think about that Thanksgiving? I don't even know the history of the Canadian Thanksgiving. That's in October. I remember seeing it on calendars growing up, and I said, wow, this can't be off in October? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, when I growing up, you go in school. So, that's what I saw. And I would like to know if any Canadian people watches my videos, what is the Canadian part of Thanksgiving? Because, you know, we're talking about, you know, the Pilgrim situation and the American situation, going, you know, the mixture between the two. Because, like, with this, you know, that's not the only mixing that happened. I want to let y'all educate y'all that, you know, there was mixing in the Caribbean with the Native Americans and whites, the Spaniards. Hello. And in Latin America, especially in Mexico, and other places in Latin America, which is South and Central America, between Native Americans and white Spaniards, and then they own African slaves, including Mexico. I want to include that too, because most think that there was no slaves in Mexico. Yes, there were Africans that came there. I'm not talking about the Olmec situation. I'm still questioning about that. I'm talking about the colonial period of time. Okay. You hear me talk about that in the video. So I would like to let people know that's because the reason why I mentioned this is because when I was in Job Corps, I did help out with the Academic Olympics. Where Academic Olympics were all the students who passed in those little like Jeopardy type thing. In Job Corps, they stopped doing it in 2006, 2005. But in 2004, I went to San Antonio to help out, you know, with the camera and stuff. And it was a bad situation that happened because someone took the camera when I went to go look for it. That was a bad situation that happened, in 2004 during Christmas season. So we went to San Antonio, went to High Region Hotel. I wanted to go to Emmy Morgan Hotel because you know who Emmy Morgan is. We go to different. You ask me later because I'll make a video about that. But anyway, the point is, we went to our regional hotel. We had different Job Corps. We saw talking leads. Speaking Native Americans, I was trying to meet my Native American people there. But a fine Native American sister there. You know what I'm saying? She was fine. Anyway, the point is, when I was there, and there was a Mexican man who wore a ponytail who worked with the Department of Labor. Department of Labor is the one who funds Job Corps. And he does inspections and stuff like that. And he worked. So he was talking about the Alamo. We were watching the movie, which was a lot of false stuff in that movie about the Alamo. It was about slavery and Mississippi and Mexico having slaves there. That's the reason why the Alamo happened, because Mexican law was against slavery due to Vicente Guerrero, who was part black and Spaniard and American. Hello, Afro-Mestizo. Okay. So when he mentioned, he said, well, we already had Thanksgiving with the natives, the Aztecs and the Mayans and Olmecs and stuff, and the white Spaniards way before the Pilgrims came to Plymouth Rock, and they made Native American people there. So I wanted to mention that that's not the only Thanksgiving that happened in this country. We get the Canadian Thanksgiving. I don't know about Mexico having Thanksgiving there because there was a lot of bad things that happened later on. But between the two races, and they don't. Third race came, if I can call them African people. The African root is the third root of Mexico. It's the first root is the native, and the Spaniards the second, or something like that, or either one or two. But because the natives were first there, in Mexico and the rest of the Americas. But that's what he mentioned, because he mentioned he was Spaniard and Native American. I'm like, man, have some African blood in you, so watch out on that part, okay? George Lopez was shot about that DNA test, okay? So, later on, I didn't say that then because that was Lopez Tonight came on their own years later, but, I was saying, yeah, whatever. Just like me saying I'm black and Indian, but I got white DNA in me too, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? So, because a lot of folks do that. But anyway, my point is, that's why I want to mention that that's not the only time that mixing happened. Just like the Caribbean people think the Tainos and the Arawaks was gone. Later on, the Spanish just killed. No, they did not just kill all of them. They killed most of the men, but the women in the Caribbean later on mixed by either rape or through mutual sexual relationships, consensual relationships, can I say, with Spaniards, married Spaniards. And then they mixing and made mestizos, and the African slaves came there in the Caribbean and mixed with them too. You know what I'm saying? So it became an Afro mestizo mix there in the Caribbean as well. They call them the griot. How is it? Because I'm not used to saying that word because I'm over here in Texas. You know what I'm saying? We speak Tex-Mex. But in the Caribbean, they call it the griot, something like that. I forget you call those people who are three races, triracial, Afro mestizo. They have a name for that. So the grino, something like that. I forget how you say it, but that's why they said that word, because people think that mulatto. I'm like, they might because of the people how they look, but they not only just blonde mestizos too, so they make them Afro mestizos. So I just let you know that the mixing happened. Besides the Plymouth Rock, we as Americans, we always worry about what our history, but we forget the people outside the borders, like in Canada and other places, in Latin America, you know what I'm saying, we in the Caribbean, the Spanish-speaking countries are in the Caribbean, are part of Latin America as well. So, we have to look besides that. So, I just want to let y'all know that it's not just, here, you know what I'm saying, and like the man said, they already had their Thanksgiving, the two races mixing, and then later on, the African slaves came in and made a third mix. So, you know what I'm saying, so, so sitting here because I'm mixed with black, white, and American myself. So, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why I just want to say I did not make a turkey because I want to represent what happened to my Native American ancestors and my white ancestors did to them, okay? I want to get that clear. I'm just buying a turkey because it reminds me, because if I was married, which I do want to get married, and you found a woman yet, I got to have money first before I get married. And I can't wait to get my college degree because I'm supposed to graduate in 2018, which is 20 years when I graduated high school. I want to have a Thanksgiving, in a big family, I want to have 10 children. So, yeah, I want to have, because I'm believing in birth control and abortion. And so that's the reason why I want to have 10 kids, and I want a younger woman to get married to. So that's the whole reason why that I think of Thanksgiving. It's not about football. I'm not a sports person, you know what I'm saying? The only time I watched the game was when I was in 2004. Yeah, 2004 when I was in Job Corps, and one of the ladies, Mexican American ladies who worked at Job Corps, we had Thanksgiving at her house. She invited me to go there, and we watched Destiny Child, Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the Dallas Cowboys. So I think they was playing, and they was singing "Lose My Breath" and "Soldier." You know what I'm saying? So that's all the time. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I watch the football game is when they had the halftime show on Super Bowl. I'm not a sports fan. That's a whole nother story. My dad being, mean to me about playing sports. You know what I'm saying? No, he was trying to make me in it. Anybody know me? We try to do something I want to do. I'm gonna end up not liking it. You know what I'm saying? Let me choose to want to do it. Then, you know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why the only time I watch the games when they have a music artist is performing. You know what I'm saying? Back in 2 years ago, I put the beat on my DVR when I had my old cable. I put Beyonce, okay, you know what I'm saying? She, we mentioned someone mixed with Native American. She's mixed with Native American. She's French Creole and Black French Creole and Cherokee, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? So, I watch Beyonce at the Super Bowl, and when I get ready for where I put my DVR on, and Yeah, and get ready to work, eat my breakfast, and ready to sometimes be late for work too doing that. But still, I always get in the shower and have the music loud and be be dancing to single ladies up in my doggone shower. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. So that's all I think about. I'm not into sports like that. You know what I'm saying. So, and I'm starting to get into it because of our choice. If the Texans play, you know what I'm saying, I'd like to go to a Texans game here in Houston because, you know what I'm saying, I wish it was the Oilers because I missed the Oilers. You know, that was our team and they gave it to somebody else, and anybody can be a Texan. That's why I don't like the name. But since they're part of our team, I'm going to go cheer for the Texans. Hope they go to the Super Bowl and hope they have the Super Bowl again. You know, when they and it wasn't a Jan Jackson situation because it was a week after I went to Job Corps. The week after, no. The week before that, the week after Jan Jackson situation here in Houston, that's why I went to Job Corps. But I wanted to go to the Super Bowl, not because to see Jan Jackson breasts. I wanted to see Jan Jackson because I love Jan Jackson since the 80s, okay? And that's my girl. That's one of my girlfriends back in the 80s, okay? So, you know that I wanted to see her perform, and that was it. I didn't want to see the football playing, and I actually wanted to stay because I wanted to celebrate the Super Bowl being in Houston, you know. I don't never remember hearing about Super Bowl and growing up being in Houston. You know what I'm saying? So it was exciting to have, you know, Alicia Keys was here, Snoop Dogg was here. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time I'm into sports, when the entertainment's there. So that's the reason why that I'm not, when people talk about football games, no. If whoever's going to perform at the football game, and if it's going to be hey, if they put back Beyonce on there again, that's why. So, you know, when I went to the Hispanic ladies, the Latino lady's house for Thanksgiving, you know, it was for her because, you know, at the time she was cool. You know, we had issues later on. But anyway, she was cool at the time. She invited me for her Thanksgiving. I met her family and everything else. And we watched Beyonce perform, her and Katie and Michelle, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was so happy to see them perform, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't hardly watch television in Job Corps, except in doggone in the center, in the middle of the center, you know, of our auditorium, where you want to call it, center. But I wanted to see television in my room and watching when I didn't have television. We're watching my room and watch Beyonce. Hello, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I love to watch me some Beyonce. You know, I love to see some Beyonce. So that's the only time, but I'm not into sports like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a sport. Ever since my dad kind of forced me to be in sports and stuff, we had bad issues and stuff. I never did. I mean, only thing I wanted to do probably a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Because I love wrestling. But other than that, just, you know, and the reason why I was not into sports is the health reasons, because when I tried to play sports and I tried to do the basketball and the football thing, I have asthma. So if I run a lot, and even to this day when I was a little late for work this week and trying to be on time and trying to clock in on time, I had to put my asthma Tuesday because not Tuesday, it was a Monday because I worked Sunday, Monday. Yes. So that's, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why that I'm not into sports and, you know, running and stuff. And that's I will stake my life trying to get to the bus or get to the job on time. Yeah, because I don't want to hear nobody's mouth being late. But other than that, I'm not into sports like that. So that's the reason why. Okay, see, I get that. So that's the only thing about Thanksgiving I'm for is the food and come together with some family that's not drama-like family. Okay, drama-free family. Okay. And, you know what I'm saying, and the food. I was supposed to get some poke beans and some doggone spinach, and I didn't get a chance because I remember, I got this fan here. That's on the air conditioner I got in here. Yeah, the air conditioner not hooked up in here. The housing authority doesn't allow us to get the maintenance folks to put the air conditioner on there, so I have to get somebody to help me when it gets real hot, because it's been hot today, but it wasn't hot like it is in the summertime. So next time I do have the jack, the outlet jack is okay for me to put it's not 220, it's a 210, so I can use the air conditioner for this summer and this spring coming up. You know, I can't wait for that. So I can have some real air conditioner, because I ain't had no real air conditioner in my house since I left my grandmother's house. Okay, so that's it, you know what I'm saying? So that's, yeah, I've been hot and I have eczema too, you know what I'm saying? So I have to lotion down and everything else, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why. So it's about to be cold and couple, you know, it's warm right now. It's gonna rain. It didn't rain today. It had little drops. But that's my point about Thanksgiving. So what you think to anybody that's, you know, If you're Native American, you celebrate Thanksgiving. Do you feel what I'm trying to say? We're not trying to celebrate. No, and nowhere in excuse me for my language, God forgive me, in hell that will celebrate Thanksgiving for the genocide. We celebrate Thanksgiving for the idea of coming together, being thankful to God. We have a lot of stuff that that God bless us with, and what I'm saying. Thankful for food and health and job. Y'all know I was struggling. Y'all watched me a long time. I was hard to get a job, trying to get on a job and everything. And, I can pay my rent on time next week because I'm working more hours this week, because it's Black Friday. And I know there's going to be a lot of protests about that coming up, So I'm going to talk about it on the next coming video. I'm trying to see what I'm going to say about this because I'm for the protest in one way and I'm not. Let me explain why. Okay? I'm for a protest and boycott. I wish we boycott other things because they want to boycott this season because the police brutality going to people, especially people men of African American and women as well, and other people of color. But they're going to the protest because this is the most money is mostly spent during the Christmas season. And remember I told you in my other video, the upcoming video, that the Christmas is one of my favorite holidays because not because of Santa, it's because of the birth of Christ. You know what I'm saying? So. I go to church or go to mass that day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on Sunday. I'm not a mass. Go to church on Sunday and Easter. Person. I do try to go to mass on Sunday or Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Even I missed it coming due to the fact of the bus. Yes, the bus situation. But other than that, I try to go wherever I can. And it's because of my Lord and Savior being born today, so I can, when He died on Easter, I can go to heaven, for everything that I have did wrong. Not that, I have to be sorry for what, I can't, say, Lord, I can go to heaven, I'll be sorry and repent for that situation, which I'm still working on. Try the best to work on that situation. But point is, that's the reason why I'm celebrating for it. It's not because I don't dog on Santa Claus. I'm not a child no more, okay? When I found out Santa Claus was not real, it did hurt me, okay? When I started, when I converted to Catholic Christianity at 13, that's when I really got I came from a Protestant background. And I really learned the biblical part of my the idea of Christmas was the birth of Jesus, not Santa Claus, not presents, not Christmas trees or whatever. So we put that together, but that's not the main reason why we celebrate Christmas. So you know what I'm saying? It's the idea of Lord Jesus Christ. So that's the reason why. And it's not about giving presents, but it's also the idea of giving somebody who's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Showing love in their years. So that's the reason why I'm, and I do need a coat. Look, another reason why I'm a little anxious, not to, a little questionable about this boycott of Christmas. Where's my coat? This is not a thin jacket. My grandma bought this for me from Family Dollar a couple years back. And it got tore up, but I need to go to a seamstress. Look at this. Okay, it's about to be cold. That's not mine. I got my glasses on. Where's my other coat? Lord. Yeah, this is... So, during Christmas season and wintertime, I put this sweater and that coat together and make the thick coat. You see what I'm saying? I work in a department store. So of course the sales gonna go down for me working in the department store, and plus me getting the other the percent with 10-20% off to get a thick coat. I cannot boycott that part because it's not being a coon or whatever. It's because of my health. Okay, I do take it. I moved. You see this new apartment? You see how different the apartment was? The apartment I was a couple months ago, I had to move to another apartment, and I left my job. I didn't quit the job. Still working the same company, and leave a different position because of health reasons. Because I can't be around dust. Well, the other apartment had mildew in it. It wasn't mold. They found it was mildew in the ceiling. That's why I'm in my new apartment now. I cannot risk my health. That's why I'm not sure about asthma because of the running, and that's why I'm not a sports athletic person because I cannot risk my health. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm saying that somebody can kill me if a cop, God forbid, Lord Jesus Christ forbid, a cop trying to kill me, whatever, because of who I am. But the point is, I just don't want you to understand. I can't boycott on that level because I do need me a thick, heavy coat. Okay, a thick, heavy coat to keep me warm because I don't have my own ride. I remember I mentioned earlier, I ride the doggone Metro bus because I'm poor. I mean, so I don't get over saying this, but I'm poor. Okay, I'm barely working at a department store for $9 an hour. Well, that's tomorrow on Black Friday. I gotta be there at 9 o'clock in the morning. Work from 9 to 6. And this Saturday, I have to work 9 to 6. Hope I don't work this Sunday because I don't want to go. Do want to go to church. Point is, I do want to go. So point is, you gotta understand, there's a lot of us who need things from the department store, and yes, the department store I'm working for has a sale for heavy coats, and it's not by Cooney, it's for my health. Okay, I am tired of wearing a sweater and a jacket that's not that thick to get some cold weather. And I'm working for so my big check coming up, if I pay my rent next week, I'm trying to go buy a coat. Okay, so y'all gotta understand, it's down by Cooney. If you don't want me to do that, then you can give me some money and tell me, and because I do have a PayPal account, give me some money and give me a coat from somebody who's selling a coat that's not from a major department store, because I do need a big, thick coat for extra large person like my doggone self. Okay, so I gotta understand. I weigh on 230-something pounds. Okay, so point is, that's the reason why that I'm kind of, because during not Black Friday, because I don't got no money for no Black Friday. I'm gonna get paid on Black Friday, but I ain't got no money to buy no big coat. But I'm trying to buy a coat from the department since I work there, since it saves me money, so I can go ahead and be warm this season. Cause it's gonna be cold coming up, and if I had a warm car, it would not bother me. But since I don't have a car, and I'm poor, and I'll ride the Metro bus, I need a thick coat, because I'm getting tired wearing that doggone sweater, and that doggone, you know what I'm saying? So, this situation about the Thanksgiving, and the Boycott Black Friday, and Boycott holiday season, is iffy for me, okay? So, that's my point. So, it's not about being an apple or whatever. It's trying to let you know that, you know what I'm saying, it's important to be, all year round. Excuse me, a thick coat started coming this season, okay? And I do need to buy me a thick coat, okay? Because I have asthma and allergies, and I'm not trying to go to the hospital. I ain't trying to die in this situation, so that's the reason why I need a thick, heavy coat. Because Houston weather is bipolar, like myself, okay? I'm bipolar type 1. If you watch my videos, you should already know that, and I do take medication, okay? Point is, I have to get a thick coat because I need to prepare for the weather so I do not get sick, okay? You know what I'm saying? This is going to be cold. And I had congestions. I was taking Robitussin and everything. I went to the Bental a couple weeks back, to get some medication because of that, the flu going around, and I'm trying to get health, take enough vitamin C in order to get the congestion that's in my system, so I can go ahead and get a flu shot so I don't have to worry about that. But still, I want to be prepared because I ain't trying to get no asthma attack either. Okay? So y'all gotta understand that health reasons why. I mean, also I want to know on this Black Friday situation, Boycott, and this holiday season, what are we going to eat and what we're going to get. Okay, where the black businesses or minority business you want to buy from, and please not to be expensive ones, because I ain't buying no expensive stuff. Okay, the store that I work for is expensive, but since I work there, I get a discount. So that discount they giving out, that doubles it, and it gets me to get a discount. Exactly. Okay, so let me know what type of discount or whatever the black Native American or Asian or Hispanic person business I can get. Okay, so I can go to, so I can buy from them. So if you don't want me to buy from these white folks that own these corporations, okay, because y'all gotta understand, some of us workers at these departments, and I'm not gonna lose my doggone job, and y'all ain't got no money to fund me to take care of my doggone self, because everything is under my name as a grown man. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why down there, y'all know. I understand Martin King, what he did, exactly what he did. I'm for what he did, but we gotta have something else with the situation. Okay, so that's my point about the, Thanksgiving and Boycott, Black Friday, and all other stuff. That's all I gotta say. All right, y'all. Bye. Have a nice day.